All right. Welcome to another episode of the Meta Kings podcast, where it has officially been 79 days without us being canceled, bro. Can you believe it?
I believe it. Until
Not for lack of trying, though, right?
Until this episode.
This one or the last one?
No, I'm kidding. The last one was dope.
Yeah. It was dope. And I'll give ourselves a lot of credit for the last one. As we explained to you guys, we keep it a buck with the Meta Kings community. We were supposed to have a special guest. They didn't show, so we kind of did it on the fly. And, the feedback has been great. We love to get the views up. So keep sharing, keep telling your friends to tell a friend, right?
Definitely.
But Jay, how was your week, bro?
Week was good, man. Week was good. We did a little outreach outside the state.
Oh yeah.
Right. It was good, man. How about yours?
Mine was cool, man. You don't want to elaborate on what we did?
I mean, we went to Miami.
Right. So we took our Meta Kings aura, our vibe, our black excellence to Miami. We literally went for one day, had a real good time. We went out there, we hit the strip, we spoke to people, got some subscribers, met some other fellow podcasters, right?
Definitely did, yep.
Yeah, shout out to some of the people we met, and we had a good time, man. It was good to unwind, it was good to meet other podcasters, so that was pretty cool.
Right. Like I do every episode, man.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. We're still on the road to 10K subscribers.
10K subscribers, yeah.
So we thank you. We appreciate everybody who shared our posts,
right?
Who hit us up in the emails and the DMs, right?
Yeah.
Lovely, but we're still on the road to 10K, and we're doing that this month. So we need you to help us continue to comment, subscribe, share. You like what we're doing, right? Show some love.
Show some love. And thank you. Listen, I don't even know how to say thank you because I'm confused, right? So I made a little dance video in Miami. Horrible, right? I'm not a dancer, right? But I just try to do something entertaining or whatever. And for some reason, it got quite a few views, but the comments, I don't know if it was that bad. People were like, yo, I'm not even going to comment on that. Or people's like, yo, this dude looks like the Hulk on steroids. I'm not even going to comment. But, thank you for everybody who viewed it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a dancer. I'm just trying to have fun with the community and do something, trying to go viral.
I'm grateful. Gratitude is an attitude. So pay some bills, dog.
Yes. So before we get started, as always, we want to give a very, very special thank you to our sponsors, where'smyvape.com, right?
Let me do an imaginary rape. An e-cigar.
Well, according to them, they actually sent us the vapes. It just didn't get here in time.
Yeah.
But, hopefully by next episode, and if you want to help us out, tag where'smyvape.com at them, go on the website, contact them and say, yo, we want to see your product. Can you get it into these guys' hands? And listen, take our words for it, man, because the people that sponsor us, there's some very serious people. So I really believe that whatever product that they pushing, you know what I'm saying? If we didn't believe in them, we wouldn't have them as a sponsor. Trust me.
Definitely.
So if you want to place your orders, the website is up. You could go place your orders on your Miley's, disposables, your jewels, whatever you want to do. But we will have some soon. We can show it to you live and in person. Right?
Definitely.
All right, cool. So that's where'smyvape.com. So today is going to be another one of those meditation episodes that you guys love so much. We're going to talk about some things.
We swing you all around the world.
All around the world, introduce you to some things you probably didn't know about. And we encourage you guys, as always, please join the conversation. Keep commenting, whether it's good, whether it's bad. If it's a dissent, whether you Team J, whether you Team Dami, whatever, just comment. Let's join the community.
Out here, man. It's more Team J than Team Dami. But
no, it's not. He still hasn't proved it. He says it's every week.
Oh, my goodness.
But it has yet to be proven. You feel me?
It's very simple.
Matter of fact,
read the comments.
This is what I'm going to do. Besides Peaches and Creamy, who's obsessed with this guy, we're going to read the comments, and we're going to count off together. I'm going to screen record it live. How many people's Team Dami versus Team J, right? And then we'll end it like that, right?
You don't like your career, but okay.
No more guessing, right?
You don't like your career, but okay.
No, I just said we're going to do it like that and no more guessing.
So what happens when we have more Team J's than Dami?
He's mad nervous. Let me tell you something.
So what happens?
He's mad nervous right now.
All right. Let's give the people what they want to hear.
Which is what? You want to start it off?
You started off. I got you. Actually, there's a few things that a few articles, a few stories that caught my attention, and I want to share with you guys as well as you. You know what I'm saying? So there's an article. So it's crazy because there's actually an article, and it's a little bit. No, it's not a little bit. It's actually very disturbing. This topic. Yeah. So there's an article that's been going around. And I found out yesterday that there's actually a video. They leaked the video. I don't know how I feel so much about people doing stuff like that, right? But I guess we are in the time of social media where like there's full transparency,
right?
But so this there was an anesthesiologist, is that right? Right. In Brazil.
Okay.
And a lady was actually having a C-section, and apparently this guy it wasn't his first time, but it's very graphic, man. So have you ever you've ever like seen like how a C-section, like how it goes?
No, I've never seen it in person.
So most of the time, they have the woman dress up, she lays down. There's like a fake curtain over her, so she can't see. Some of them, not everybody gets put to sleep. In this situation, they did put her to sleep, so they were able to take out the baby. While they were taking out the baby, the dude comes around. So, for our visual audience, she's laying down. She has like a curtain, and they're operating on her. The anesthesiologist now comes around. I hope I'm saying the right thing, right? That's what it's called.
Yeah.
Comes around, and he performs oral. He makes her, while she's unconscious, she gives him oral sex.
Bro.
And so why this was crazy, because I didn't realize until the article, it was misinformation. I forgot what outlet that I saw it on.
Wait, this is weird that this happens? You said Brazil, I think?
This is Brazil.
Wait, so there was nobody else in the room when this was going on?
So there was a whole team. So they
were there?
Yeah. So what happened was that I read into it. And what happened was that apparently, like, this has been something that's been going on, because they were all aware of what was going on.
Right.
There was like a sting operation. So at the last minute, they changed the surgery room and they had candid cameras. So I guess the federales or whatever the situation is, and that's how they were able to see what was going on. That's crazy. And I just think that's just nuts to, like, personally, I've been put under on anesthesia.
So
I've had family members, and it's just to think about that, because it's crazy, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that don't like surgery.
Right.
I'm one of them, to be honest with you, right? Anything that has to do, even a dentist, I'm like, nah, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then to read articles, to hear that of like the things the worst case scenarios, things that you think happens, to realize that it actually happens.
It's sad, man.
It's crazy.
It's sad, and it's also sick. What the reality is, we live in a world with a lot of sick, deranged, really twisted people. And, that kind of goes back to what I was saying last week, man. It's not easy being a woman in this world, bro. It really isn't easy. Like, I mean, listen, I'm a man. It's not easy being a man either, especially a black man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like I said last week, it's weird like that. I can't travel on a road trip anywhere I want to and not have to Google, is this place racist? Or, you know what I'm saying? Stuff like that. So being a black man is tough.
Right.
But being a woman, period, in this world is just so, they face so much against them. Like, imagine a day that's supposed to be one of the happiest days of your life. You go in there to deliver a baby, and some sicko weirdo decides that that's what they're gonna play a game with you like that while you're under.
Yeah, it wasn't. I don't know if that's a game. It's whatever sick fetish that is. That's crazy.
Well, you know what that tells me? Men, women, if you have a significant other that's gonna have a baby, C-section, they're going under, make sure your ass is in that room. And if it's not in that room, say, this is what I heard happen, and I need cameras, something like, don't trust your loved ones in the hands of these random strangers, because even the ones that's supposed to protect us and heal us and help us deliver babies, you can't trust them either, unfortunately.
And that's good, because I was thinking about it in my head. I was thinking like of preventative measures. So that's good that you actually, and I know over here in the States, when my son came into this world, he actually had to come in with C-section, and I was actually able to go in, and I witnessed the whole thing.
Wow, see?
So it's
good. Possible then.
Oh, 100%.
Yeah, so you walk in there, you put the fear of God on the doctor, like, yo, bro.
But I had a situation. I had to get an extraction on my wisdom tooth.
Yeah.
And I was nervous as hell,
they put
bro.
You under?
They put me under.
You think they did that to you? Did you?
So, dude's crazy.
Yo.
But it did have me thinking, like, cause I was told when I came through, but I was told I was very, very violent. Like when
you go under?
Yeah, when I was under.
Cause you're very violent when you're not under.
I used to be. I'm more angelic right now.
Used to is debatable.
Yeah, but dude, like, yeah, man. So that article, I said, damn, I thought about it, and I definitely wanted to tell you guys, right, discuss it with you.
Yeah, man.
So we could, let us know what you think,
A little graphic, but not really. And I'm glad that you put that out so people could know. There might be someone listening who might be having surgery this week or might have a loved one that's having surgery. Now you know what to look out for, man. Be careful for these creepos.
Big time. So what you got for me, man? What's up?
Well, there's a lot of topics I've seen, but I was kind of like scrolling through like, nah. But something that caught my attention, right? I was watching $1 million worth of game.
Shout out to Wallow and Gilly, right?
And Gilly the Kid, yeah. So
we're gonna be on their show in the future. Manifestation, baby.
That's a fact. And they had Burna Boy on.
Okay.
And listen, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not the biggest. I love Afrobeat. I won't call myself an Afrobeat. Well, I used to say Afrobeats, but after that Burna Boy interview, I say Afrobeat. He was very peeved. He doesn't know where beats came from, but it's actually Afrobeat.
Wait, so what's the difference between Afrobeat and Afrobeats?
Okay, so I'll get into that. But I like Burna Boy a lot, and he started talking about things about how he's able to stay so private, and Nigerians, we're very, and in case you guys don't know, we're Nigerian Americans. So he was very descriptive with his analogies. So they were asking him like, how are you able to stay away from negativity and keep your life so private? And he was like, as a person, you are a sheep in the water.
A sheep?
The water does not sink the sheep.
Okay.
It's when the water gets in the sheep. You know what I'm saying? So basically he was saying that there's negativity all around you.
You could block it out.
You could block it out. Don't let it get to you. Don't get caught off guard and say something random on camera or respond to negativity and something that would have people jump you, right? But I learned a couple interesting things. Number one, everybody, Nigerian artists or African artists
are the best in the world.
Yes,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, you good.
Are the best in the world. Just in case you didn't hear me.
Yeah, facts.
All right, no, just kidding.
But he was saying that they don't like being generalized as Afrobeats artists. He's saying that
as an artist, period.
As an artist, period. He's saying so. The comparison he made is that so rap is hot right now, right? Remember we was having that discussion that
right.
R&B is basically dead, and it's really just like drill and rap and fusions of that. He was like, so if Whitney Houston started singing now, would you call her a rapper just because she's from America and rapping is hot? Like, where's the distinction?
But I think when we say Afrobeats, like I get it. Like he doesn't want to be tied down with that type of terminology. But
right.
I mean, primarily he's from the continent of Africa. His music has made it across.
Yeah, but see, but that's generalized. So yes, he's from the continent of Africa.
So what about other artists who want? I mean, I get it. I get it. I mean, I guess you're entitled.
Okay, so for example, you know that song, that song to me is kind of like an R&B vibe, right? It has the sample from He's Not Man Enough for Me, Tony Braxton. It got the sample. He's singing on it. He's flowing on it.
You're never gonna find that song when you go to R&B genre on Apple Music.
But why not?
Because
he's African?
No, because R&B. I mean, R&B has to do with the music, the sound.
But he checks all boxes. Is a R&B sample.
No, the chord.
He's singing on it, but when Tony Braxton did it, it was the same chords and it was considered R&B. So what's the difference?
No, bro. Like so. Okay. So and I am. All right, so let's break it down. So it's all about concepts. If
right.
If I told you to close your eyes, right?
Okay.
And think of a chair.
Okay.
You would describe what?
Like I would describe 4 legs.
Right.
A back
wooden
and a seat.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So if you were to pick up any random person and that's and say close your eyes and whatever and and just play them a Faith Evans songs. Anything Faith Evans, and ask them where would they throw that in?
R&B.
And I can go down the list. Brian McKnight, whatever.
But that's a conditioning though. You know that, right?
Nah, because I think it's not.
So let me ask you a question.
Wait, hold on. So I don't think it's a conditioning. I think it is a conditioning, but I think we've defined that conditioning. So
yeah,
we define that majority rules. So
let me ask you.
So just because you sing and you sing over blah this and that, you want that to go into R&B? But
that's what he's singing though. Why does it have to go into Afrobeats? Because he's African. It's not even an African. It's not even an Afrobeat. It's literally it's Tony Braxton's sample from He's Not Man Enough for Me.
So if Vibe Cartel started singing. And he wanted to throw that.
If he sang on a
what?
beat that was a non-reggae beat, and he sang a song, he's singing R&B. Why is it reggae? Because he's Jamaican.
That song that only side, yo, that's
all right. So let me ask you a question.
The rhythm, the sound is associated with.
If Faith Evans, if you close your eyes and Faith Evans was singing that exact same song, is it Afrobeats or R&B? Shayo.
She's gonna sing it according to the umbrella of
bro. If she's singing the exact same way,
let me finish. She's gonna sing it according to what we would classify and how we would classify the sound of. Because
how do you know that? If she's saying it the exact same way, what's the difference except that she doesn't have a Nigerian accent?
I just asked you what was the concept of a chair.
Mm.
So if I told you this was a chair, would you consider that a chair?
That's a bad analogy.
How?
Because that's a table.
How's it a table?
You just asked me if I close my eyes, right? You insinuated wooden. I heard you say it. So that's like saying that this chair that you're sitting on, because it's not wooden and it doesn't have the traditional 4 legs and a seat in the back, is not a chair. It's still a chair. It's just a different type of chair.
No, dude. And maybe in some parts of the world they don't have 4-legged chairs with a back, blah blah. So they consider this a chair, right?
You're coming off as like
I'm saying from a generalistic point perspective of things. We have determined what sound goes under R&B. We have to determine what sound and what beat goes under hip hop. Now,
so what sound goes under R&B to you?
Hold on, real quick, brother. So, and then under hip hop, that's when you have like drill music. You have blah blah. You have subdivisions, right?
Yeah.
So
hip-hop don't
my thing is, especially being African, right? Being Nigerian, I get where Burna Boy's coming from. In terms of like, yo, don't just tie me down. Don't just have me under as a African artist. Like, you know, I'm an artist, and
because now it's deeper than that. It reminds me of, remember when WizKid won the best artist, like the world's artist for the year? I think Jay-Z won it before WizKid won it.
I didn't even know that.
So so WizKid winning that, you still classify him as an African artist?
I classify him as an extravagant African artist, an artist that came from Nigeria that won a title.
That's not. Come on.
He doesn't. He's not based in Europe. He's like, okay.
I think because Africa is so exotic to everybody for so many different reasons. Either people think about Africa and think we all got flies roaming around and it's feed to children, or people think about Africa and think everyone's an Africa prince.
Nah, bro, it's gold. Like so. So
they're making it like a thing.
And hold on, I want to know what y'all think, right? Like, is he right? Is it like our analogy things? So let me ask you a question. So
I don't think there's a right or wrong answer.
No, I mean there is.
No, it's not. It's your opinion.
Because look, so if Jay-Z decided to say, yo, don't call me an American rapper,
he has every right. He's a rapper. Why is he an American? And they don't do that to Americans. They don't say American rapper Jay-Z. They say rapper Jay-Z. You know what it reminds me of? When I used to do music, right? I remember, and it ties into that JB episode.
Go ahead.
And people kept trying to convince me to play into the African thing. I didn't like that. Yeah, I'm Nigerian. I only been to Nigeria once. I was 8, and I've been there for 3 weeks. So everybody kept, like the guy that did my cover when I went on tour, he put like a Nigerian flag on it. And then it was like, and sometimes I played into it too because I'm proud of my heritage.
I think he did that.
But I don't want to be labeled as a Nigerian artist.
I think he did that more for marketing purposes.
But that's what I'm saying though. Why is that? You're proving my point.
No, for marketing purposes, because he was probably he felt like, you know what, Dag, I can probably, you're Nigerian, I can probably, if we release this, whatever, and I say such and such, the Afro community, because there is a community, bro.
But that works for me just coming out. But if you have somebody like Burna Boy who's proven, who's done it, he has every market.
What? He's proven his greatness, but he
hits every market. His songs plays all over the world. Why is he still classified as an Afrobeat artist?
I think that goes under, because and don't misquote me, right? I had a so what genre would you have put Michael Jackson?
Michael Jackson, pop.
But see, what does pop stand for? And that's what I'm saying. I don't want to go into something and don't seem. But I had a conversation with somebody and it was like, pop is not a genre. Is it a genre? Like if I go on, hold on.
Well, it goes back to that condition. That's why I asked you. You didn't really answer the question. You're a musician. I'm a musician, right? We've played music for years. We play everything, Afrobeats, whatever. When you think about R&B, what does R&B mean to you? And y'all could comment underneath too. When you think about rhythm and blues, R&B, what does it mean to you?
So you're a drummer. You're an artist. You're a musician, but you know what I'm saying? You specialize in the drums. I specialize in the piano. I specialize in the keys. So there's certain recycled chords. Like there's certain chords that when I play them, you'll be like, oh nah, you know that it primarily gets used in R&B. Okay. There's certain chords that I'll play, and you don't even if you're just if you're a musician that's out there, you'll be like, oh nah, dude, I could tell you playing church.
But isn't that the same thing for pop music though? As a drummer, here's the difference for me between R&B and pop music, right? And I understand where Burna Boy's coming from. As a drummer, right? When I play R&B, it's mostly rim shot.
Right.
I got the stick down, right? The tempo is like low, right?
Right.
When you play pop music, you're not rim shot. You're hitting the snare full on, right? It's an upbeat tempo. You got this going on, right? So that if you're talking about it from a straight music standpoint, then that would be kind of the difference.
So if we were in college, I get you. If we were in college and you can't cite things off of Wikipedia, they'd be like, no, right? Your professor will tell you no.
Yeah,
but I went to Google and I asked, and by popular demand, this is the answer. It says, is pop a genre? Pop music, a genre of popular music that originated in the West during the 1950s. Is that really a genre? How do you what the hell do you classify?
I understand what you're saying because pop stands for popular. However, it goes back to what you said, condition. Let me ask you a question. Justin Timberlake, what genre when you think about it? Pop. Britney Spears, what genre when you think about it?
I don't know how to answer.
Pop, bro. I mean, listen, I know you're trying to win your argument, but let's keep it a buck. When you think about Britney Spears, when you think about NSYNC, when you think about Justin Timberlake, when you think about even Beyonce kind of does a little bit of both. You think about Destiny's Child, you think about pop or you think about R&B. So you're right, pop does come from popular, but we've kind of conditioned ourselves that pop music is that kind of upbeat tempo, non-rap.
So we've made that. So we've made a certain type of music, certain type of style, right? Man, when you can't throw it into hip hop or R&B, right? We got to go to the next rap. But
no, do you think? Bro,
when we can't throw it into another a genre that like has a distilled meaning to it, then we'd be like, oh, now that's pop. So if Burna Boy, listen. My thing is this.
It goes deeper than what he said. I'm just waiting for us to get past this.
My thing is this, and I'll tell you my stance, and now I want to know what y'all think, and then I want you to take us a level deeper, is that I definitely agree. I definitely agree with what's his name? Burna Boy, where don't just limit me, don't just confide me into Afrobeats artists, right? I'm an artist. I want to be
He's
free.
a world artist, man.
I want to be free to be able to mix and blah, blah, the whole nine yards. However, though, by popular demand of his style of music, his sound of music, if we were placing in genre, it goes on the Afrobeats. And
beat, don't piss him off. There's no S there, bro.
Afrobeat.
You gotta watch it. He was like really upset, like he was really annoyed, bro.
No vex, my guy. No vex, no vex, no vex.
Yeah, but he said something else too, right? So he was saying that, and we know this being Nigerian. Remember when I used to first tell you I didn't like Afrobeat music?
Right.
Remember why I said it?
Yeah.
I felt like it was fraudulent. So growing up, the popular Nigerian music was juju, right? Juju music. Juju music had the kind of upbeats, right? You had the kind of people. It was different from the religious music.
That was during this time.
Yeah, and it was different than like Fuji music or juju music was lit. So I feel like all of a sudden, all of this African music, Nigerian music specifically, is coming, and everyone's just Afrobeat. And then what they were doing was like, because it kind of got popular to do that tempo, that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everybody kept doing it. And I'm like, yo, Nigerian has so much more richer beats, richer tempos, richer patterns. Why are we just everything is You know what I'm saying?
You know what's so crazy, bro? This is I can literally, because I have so much to say on this. This is literally like a whole episode in itself. Because even with that, like, I think people get it misconstrued, and people like we just generalize people where just because of the fact that and I get it, especially people of color, in America, where if you probably haven't done ancestry and stuff like that, so there's a be like, nah, he's African American. When a person tells me I'm African American, I'll be like, listen, nah, I'm actually. I mean, that's a pride thing, but because I've been to the country, I've grew up in the country, I understand the culture. I've lived in Nigeria, so I want to be considered Nigerian
American. Yeah.
So even from a music standpoint of things, It would make more sense because from the continent, he's Burna Boy's probably one of the top artists in I want to say in the world, right? Because
I think in the world.
I don't think in the world.
I think he's top 20 in the world.
I don't think they jacket him like that in Asia.
I think they are. It goes back to an argument we had the other day, which I agree with you.
Right.
Afrobeat is world music right now.
100%.
I mean, so if you believe that, why would Burna Boy not be, you know?
I mean, maybe his reach is out there. I'm not going to limit my brother, especially if they might deny me entrance when I go to Nigeria. So I got to be very careful what I say.
You said what about Burna?
About Burna?
Go back to America.
Straight up. But in terms of, it would make more sense where if he was like, you know what, I'm a Nigerian artist. I don't want to be, you know, blah, blah, but, you know, R&B, hip hop, I don't really think.
So let me ask you. So
you gotta, yeah.
He said something else during the interview. Couple things. First of all, did you know that his grandfather managed Fela Kuti?
I did not know.
That is crazy.
That's crazy, yeah.
Insane.
Yeah. Who you want to educate them on who Fela is?
Right. So for those of you, you know, who might not know Nigerian music or Nigerian legends, Fela Kuti is a Nigerian legend. Matter of fact, in the episode, Burna Boy credits him for starting Afrobeat. So Fela Kuti was famous because not only were his songs kind of like different, they told stories. They were like storytelling about like struggle, about the culture. Like it was bigger than just a song for you to snap your fingers to. It was almost like the song was alive.
If my brother, if he's listening, that's one of his like favorite artists of all time.
Which one?
Fela.
No, which brother?
Love.
Oh, okay.
AWOL. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So he mentioned that, and then he also mentioned, so they asked him, they said, yo, when did you realize you wanted to do, you know, Afrobeat music? And he was like, let me remind you once again, there was no Afrobeat at that time. He was like, there was Fela Kuti who started it, but it wasn't a movement. He actually said that he never liked listening to Yoruba music. He did not like listening to Nigerian music growing up. His favorite music was DMX, Naughty by Nature. And then he said something that kind of I wanted to bring to you. He was saying that he actually wasn't proud to be Nigerian. He said when he left Nigeria to go to the UK, he didn't want nobody to know he was Nigerian. He wasn't jacking the music. He wasn't doing none of that.
Right. Now you taking it deep, man. I could understand why too.
He mentioned, so some of the reasons, and I could understand.
Right.
He was saying that he was always like Nigerians were always getting clowned. They were seen as like refugees. They were seen as dirty and this and that. So because
not even
of that,
Nigerians, Africans.
Right. But you know, just him being from Nigeria, you know, and then of course in the UK they colonized us for so many years until we got our independence in 1962. So I guess that's a stronger thing, and I wanted to know what you think about that. And I know it's a little different for you because you actually lived in Nigeria for some time growing up.
Yeah, I mean, listen, yeah, I find it funny. We joke about it, like, you know, me and you or like some of my other friends, where it's like all of a sudden it's crazy now how we're like everybody's doing a zonto. You know,
everybody watching Nigerian movies.
I said a zonto like an akata.
Everybody, Dami, show me how to do this.
Right, like, you know what I'm saying? The Honayas. But growing up in school, you know, even if you like, we got called the craziest names. African booty scratcher, you know what I'm saying?
Most famous one.
You know, or they're like, yo, so my mom had a Mom, I love you. I used to be very, I'll be on now, what, you crazy? But growing up, my mom used to come to school and she was like very, she was very into, like, she was like, the only thing she wasn't on a PTA board meeting,
but she was very involved.
Very involved. Thank you. But I used to feel like, cause my mom had a very thick accent back then.
Right.
And when she would leave, my friends would like make fun of me, and my mom like, yo, the Honayas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's like all of that kind of has been diminished now, and everybody, you know what I'm saying? But growing up, that stigma of being attached to like African.
Yeah, it wasn't good.
It wasn't good.
And I even remember too, I had like, you know, growing up, I went to school.
They said we had chappy, big lips.
Everything. Yeah. I went to school, and I remember one of the schools I went to, and I know some of my fellow CHA.
Let me hold you real quick.
Yeah.
Not everybody want mixed babies, right?
I know.
Come on. That's a topic, but anyway, yeah.
Yeah. But like, I remember, like, you know, and shout out to my CHA students. I went to a school that was dominantly Jamaican or Trini. I was like the only African kid there. I don't think everybody was either Jamaican or Trini. And I remember, see, the thing with me is that I was fighting everybody. I never stood for it. I never found it funny. I was fighting everybody and anybody, jumped, all of that. But, you know, they'd make the jokes like, the Pike jokes and the African jokes and why I'm so dark. And it used to hurt. Sometimes I would come home.
But you know why that's different though?
Well,
because that's crazy. That's a condition in itself. Those were people of color making you.
No, you want to hear something crazy? The conditioning? They would make slavery jokes.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Hold on, stop.
Don't do it.
No, I'm saying an African American is making slavery jokes at an African.
Yeah.
That doesn't even make sense.
First generation African American.
It doesn't really make sense.
Right.
I'm not even gonna go there.
Yeah, see, that's
you guys think about that and see if you understand where I'm coming from. But the thing is, they were just so excited to make fun of the African kid that whatever they can throw at you, they would throw at you. And it did hurt sometimes, you know what I'm saying?
So to all our listeners, for those of you guys who are not African American, because we got some, Caucasian?
Yeah.
Caucasian, white, Filipino, whatever the situation is.
Latina.
I mean, maybe you don't have friends, or maybe some of you do, because I actually know a lot of you guys have friends, and maybe you know, like, these are issues, but this is not just a Jay and Dami thing. This is like real life things that people, happen to, and I like the fact, that's why I take pride in when me and you speak, because he was very transparent. He said, you didn't like Afrobeats.
No, I didn't.
Right. And I take pride into it now because it's like, especially because I got to spend a portion of my life over there, you know what I'm saying? And then to come back over here and realize, oh, nah, people are actually jacking it. And the artists that are actually making it out from that continent primarily come from Nigeria.
Yeah, it's fire to see them killing the game.
It's a pride in that, man.
And it's crazy because I remember even there was I remember I was talking to somebody, somebody I had met, and I was on the phone with her, and all I'm hearing is just mad, like Nigerian music, and then I'm on the phone, I'm hearing African movies, and I'm like, yo, y'all African?
Oh my goodness.
Or what?
Oh my goodness.
And it's like, you know what I'm saying?
So check this out.
Yeah.
So with Burna Boy saying that and saying how at one point in time in his life he almost was embarrassed to be considered an African or Nigerian.
Right.
Do you think that's a reason why he doesn't want to be called an artist from Africa now?
No, I doubt it.
100%.
He was a kid.
But maybe I mean that it sounds like striking concerns,
bro. It's so serious right now. First of all, another topic that's tied to that is dark skin being in, right? And I'm not even gonna really get into all of that. But you walk into a place right now, right? You walk into a lounge. Let's not even say a club, no party place. You walk into like a network and a meet and greet, a lounge or whatever, right? You might walk away with 3 numbers off being dark skin and whatever, where before it wasn't always the case, right?
Right.
But now you mentioned that you're African. That's 7 numbers. It's not the same now that it was before. Being African is now a thing. It's a trend. People love it. They appreciate you for whatever reason. So I don't think that Burna Boy just now gonna decide I don't want to be called Afrobeat, even though that same Afrobeat label helped me to kill the game. Why would he do that now?
Because if he personally,
but then again, dark skinned people still bleach.
Yes, you know what I'm saying.
That's
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But listen, at the end of the day, man, shout out.
Illness.
Huh?
Nothing.
That is considered a form. But anyway, we're not doing that, right?
Yeah.
Because we're not bashing people. We just enlightening situations.
Listen, 79 days we haven't been canceled, bro.
And hopefully it's not this one, right? But yeah, listen, shout out to Burna Boy. I would love to have him on the show.
Yeah, that'd be dope.
Even if we gotta travel out there to Nigeria. I mean, and you got access to around the whole world, but I would love to have an episode where we interview an artist
from Nigeria.
In Nigeria.
That'd be dope.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So love you. Let us know what you guys think about this whole topic.
Yeah, that's a fact, man. So we got a few minutes left on this episode. That's crazy. I feel like this episode seemed like there was so much, like it was so rich. I mean, we didn't go through a lot of topics, but we have a few minutes left. You got another topic you want to discuss, man?
So yeah. So I got one more thing, man. I seen on a post on Facebook, and I wanted to know your point of view on this. Do you believe? So it was about platonic relationships.
Okay.
You know what a platonic relationship is? You definitely probably know, but I'll let you guys know. Platonic relationship is it's a love it's a type of love which sexual desires or romantic features are non-existent or has been suppressed or sublimated, right?
So it's a relationship between opposite sex where sex is not a part of that equation.
Yeah, but it's deeper than just friends. Like it's a bond. It's like you're not just regular friends.
Best friends? Or deeper than that?
It's just called platonic relationship, platonic friendship. Platonic
but what makes it deeper than just friends, though?
Maybe a connection. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't.
Wow. So that kind of makes the question you asked me earlier a little different.
Right. So
no, you cannot be in a platonic relationship, bro.
Hold on. So I saw a question, and it was had a huge chat the other day, and I truly want to start here. Platonic friends of the opposite sex, right?
Oh shit.
Can that be a successful relationship / friendship?
Well, I gotta fix my chair. Trying to fix
so.
Oh shit.
So let me go. Let me start off while he fixes the chair.
Got it. Back.
All right. So I responded. And I'm gonna read what I wrote. Right. So I said my non-biased answer is 100% friends of the opposite sex can be friends, especially platonic ones, right? But there are, however, regardless of the sex, boundaries and guidelines that should be placed on both ends. I personally believe that whenever the opposite sex gets extremely too comfortable, it has potential to develop into something that's even most times without either of them being physically attracted to each other. What humans look for in general, we look for connection, communication, and understanding. Mm-hmm. And when you find that in an individual, it's very easy to be misread under circumstances.
Right.
So if boundaries and borders are put in place to ensure that our humanistic behaviors don't naturally slip in, then it could work.
First of all, that was a very eloquent answer, bro. You articulated that well, and I'm proud of you.
Oh, appreciate it. Thank you, man. No. All right. So now I got to kick.
Fuck you.
But however now.
But
right?
you said something in that answer, though, that just kind of don't really make sense to me.
Go ahead.
You said that you do believe that that opposite sex can be friends.
Yes.
But then, and I agree with you, even if you're in a relationship. Mm-hmm. But you said especially platonic ones. So you got to explain to me, because you said a platonic friendship is deeper than a regular friendship. Why especially a platonic relationship you can be friends and be in a relationship?
You could have, it's possible to have like a friendship where it's like, yo, bro, sis.
Right.
You get me, I get you. To even an extent where it's like, excuse me, some gas on my chest.
Need help?
You want to punch me?
Yeah.
All right, that's crazy. Do it, and I'll press charges on the air. But that I think what kind of defines and separates platonic relationships is that like that you hear that term used today. I think too much. Yo, bro, sis, blah blah. But that bro, sis is like.
But even that.
Right.
I know a lot of bros and sis that ended up broing and sissing.
I want to get, so you're going to get your, and so that's what I'm saying, right? Like, but there are some relationships where it's just entirely that.
Yeah.
Where it's like, nah, you my bro, yo, you going through something, like you're shorty, you're going through something with your boyfriend, your husband. Let me know. Oh, he's not touching me the right way. It's cool, blah, blah, blah. But I still think there should be boundaries. So I feel like you might have that person that you just feel like they get you. But there should be boundaries. So it's like.
There should be boundaries.
It's like, I feel like, first of all, one of the boundaries is like anything with anything.
Damn. You dropped a heavy ass one with no time left to go. Go ahead. We go.
You know what I'm saying?
We gonna keep this going.
Matter of fact,
yeah,
we'll bring this up on a part B.
Okay, yeah, we will. We'll bring it up on a part B. We still got a few minutes, so you can finish your thought.
So my thought is some of my boundaries or a boundary of mine would be like, let's say we converse frequently on a daily basis, and now you're shopping at the mall. Or don't video call me and be like, hey bro, I want to see what you think.
Let me ask you a question.
You should not be doing that.
But that effect, because we always kind of, you know what I'm saying? And that's why, we got a couple more hurdles to get through. We need to get some female guests on here, because this is the type of topic that will benefit.
Oh, yeah, I want to know. Yeah, we're going to do it.
I want to ask you a question from the other side of the view, right? Mm-hmm. So, because one of the things you mentioned is that that in a platonic relationship, that other person gets you. You could talk to them about anything, right?
Right.
So what happens if your girl, right? Let's say you got a girl, she's in a platonic relationship with a guy, and every time you come home from work, she's on the phone with this dude.
So that's the question. It was like platonic relationship with the opposite sex. What
would you do? Are you okay with that?
Me personally, I gave you my definition. I literally read out what I so. I think if that's tough, but I think if my significant other, if we had no trust issues, no priors, right? You've never given me a reason, and you keep it transparent, and I see and I feel like, you know, the boundaries are being respected, and so sometimes what comes with that is that you know, I mean, anywhere like you should not have to walk away when this person calls you. It's just there's certain checks and balances that
I agree.
If I feel like, you know what I'm saying, like she makes me feel like, now, you know what, you respect all that, then yeah, it's okay.
I agree with you 100%.
Because on the flip side, I would expect the same thing.
The same thing. And I can speak about this because I do have, and you know, I have a female friend, a couple of them, but there's one I've been close to for years on years on years. Right. And it's so crazy to the point where, like, I remember, like, we work in certain places together and people will ask us, are you two having sex? And it's like,
so can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
So can I ask you a question? So so we're gonna get personal. So has there ever been a time like where maybe y'all were drinking, coming from a place, blah blah blah, where you like nothing happened, or maybe something didn't happen? I don't know. You tell me. And you felt like, you know what? Nah, this is weird. I'm going home to my girl real quick, blah blah. Because I explained why that can potentially happen.
No, never. I've never had a weird moment with that friend because our friendship is not based on that.
So if that happened in a platonic relationship, or do you think that's
if that happens in a platonic relationship and you're in and that person's in a committed relationship with another person, you need to dub that relationship.
Okay.
Because a real friendship with somebody that's not built on that, if something like that happens, there's something brewing. You know that term where there's smoke, there's fire?
Yeah.
There's something brewing between you two.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, listen, there's been times where, like, girls that I've been with, they weren't really cool with the relationship. Even the person I'm talking about, her man wasn't really super cool with it. But I also believe that it doesn't just fall, there's a lot of responsibility in a platonic relationship. It doesn't just fall on the person in the relationship, it falls on the friend. So like with my friend, anytime I would like talk to her, I would always call her during the daytime.
Okay.
Or I'll ask her like, yo, where's your man? You know what I'm saying? And I'll say what up to him. So, or like if I'm inviting her outside, I'm inviting both of them.
So that actually goes into boundaries. So like, and that's what I'm saying. There are certain boundaries where it's like I know you probably drunk or whatever the situation is, and you want to be on the phone with me, but you know you shouldn't be calling me after 7, 8 o'clock.
Especially if you're drunk.
To give respect.
Right.
To, you know what I'm saying? To
that other person.
Unless it's a situation where there's certain things where, like, maybe you're in a cab and you're scared, I'll stay on the phone with you just in case to make sure you get home, whatever the home.
And that's true. And I had to learn that because it was times where, like, I was used to, like, speaking to that person. And even there was a girl I was with for a long time who had a male best friend. You know what I'm saying? And that was kind of weird for me, too. You know, I'm a Scorpio, right? You know us. Like, we're really, what's ours is ours. That's how we are. But I never felt that vibe, that energy from this dude. And the girl, she kept it a buck with me from jump. So I never had an issue with it. There was times where I'll come home and they'd be on the phone and I'll say what up to him, and that's that. So I think it depends on the two people involved. Like you said, if that other person never gave you a reason to distrust them, and you know what I'm saying, we all can feel when something is off.
Right.
And I feel like even if I'm wrong that something is off, if I'm your significant other, you should respect that. And it's now on you to prove to me nothing's off. But if nothing is off, don't make something where it's not. If she got a male best friend and that's a man and he don't give you no vibes, don't mess that up just because you know what I'm saying, you feel away.
So to wrap it up though, I'll give another opinion of mine. I really feel like platonic relationships work when both friends are like of opposite sex are not attractive. Like, not attracted to each other. Just not attracted, period.
What?
So it lessens your chances, right? But even
but
when
that goes against what you just said.
No. I said it lessens your chances. It
doesn't lessen not one chance.
No, it does.
How is Pete Davidson with Kim Kardashian, my boy?
I mean, see, that's different.
I was listening to another podcast, right? And this was a random sports podcast.
Wait.
And they were asking, does Pete Davidson look better than the host, who's 63 years old?
Yeah.
90% called in to flame Pete Davidson.
Yeah.
When you in a platonic, when you build a bond with somebody, bro, it's bigger than just looks.
True.
Looks is an initial response.
I hope I've been pronouncing it the right way, though.
What?
Platonic.
You always second guessing yourself. I'm sure it's platonic, bro.
Hold on.
And even if it's not,
right, cool,
we already passed that point.
Yeah, if not, then we definitely can't.
If you said platonic, we'd have to go with it at this point.
With Kim Kardashian and Pete Davidson, and that's crazy you mentioned that because I was going to speak about that. He's a weirdo.
Our very first episode.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, right.
But
way back.
But I mean, there's a half and half on Josh. Yeah, there's a half and half situation where certain people actually find him attractive.
Right.
But
there's no one that no one finds unattractive. There's no one that everyone finds unattractive.
Right.
You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, this is a heavy topic. I think we should wrap it up. Okay. You know what I'm saying? Like I think for now, right? So guys, thank you for rocking with us, man. I feel like this episode was pretty cool. Yeah, let us know what you think, man. Please engage. Give us some more interaction. Give us some more love. This podcast is not going nowhere except to the top.
To the top.
You know what I'm saying? So, oh, by the way, before I let Jay get to his words of wisdom, next week, right, or on the very next episode, we have a special guest pulling up, right? If you're an artist, if you're in the music game, if you're in the music business, you want to, you know, some of you may know him, some of you may not. But I promise you the gems that this person is going to drop and the connection that this person's have, you want to watch, you want to get this person's contact info, right?
That's a fact. That's a fact.
So, Jay, end it the way you do, bro.
With the African mosquito. Man, shut the hell.
I feel like we already moved on. I think that mosquito got slapped dead.
So, I'll end off with this.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't make peace with your past, so this is along the lines of personal development. If you don't make peace with your past,
right,
you can never move on. Your present, you never have peace. If you don't make peace with your past, you'll never have peace in the present and the future, right? In terms of personal development, forgiveness is a huge thing, right? And so for those of you,
not easy to do,
not easy, but it's a virtue that everybody must try to obtain to get to, right? There's a famous artist of mine, Usher, and he goes, you keep tripping on what's in front of you. You keep tripping on what's in front of you because you're looking behind you. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, you can't change the time you got out of bed this morning, no matter what you try to do. The past is the past. It's gone. It's dead. So just, you know, somebody has wronged you. There has been mishaps in the past. Try to let it go.
Try to let it go.
It is a time of the dead, literally speaking, right? And so, as always, let's move forward.
Thank you.
Right?
Thank you.
We love you. Road to 10K.
Yes, we love you, man. Tell a friend to tell a friend. We have some people that tell us that YouTube has been suggesting us, and we getting people that way, and we appreciate that. So, listen, once again, thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Meta Kings podcast with your Meta Kings, where it has been 79 days
since we
on air, and we're still not canceled. We love you all. Subscribe, comment, share. Everybody talking and talking, seeking attention, hoping for a mention, holding truth ransom. It's J&D, young king so handsome, talking culture answer. Meta is the answer. We reporting live from New York to Atlanta. Open up your eyes, here's a gift, no Santa. We gon' talk about it, no filter, no censor, cause it's Meta Kings forever. You can help me sing the anthem. Whoa, Meta Kings, Meta Kings. As we proceed, yeah, it's the Meta.